Hello, welcome to Nindy's Creative Corner and My Digital Studio 101 Lesson 3, How to Make Your Own Printables. First, we will go to the file by clicking Control and then N, which will bring us up to a new project option. We will do, since I've already done one, we'll just work on the second page. This is what your printable will end up looking like, but I will show you how to do all the steps to get there. As you'll notice, I've added these grid lines. You can turn them off or on. I did them at 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 5 1/2. I also did 5 1/4 and 5 3/4. 5 1/2 is the center, and I wanted 1/4 inch on each side. I have a 1/4 inch border around the whole thing because my printer will not print that outside 1/4 inch. So I want to make sure and have nothing that I need over there. So this is the border of my card essentially. So let's get started. We will go ahead and choose background paper. We'll choose from the cardstock. You want to add this as a page later, unless of course you want to print the whole thing. We'll go ahead and crop. See if it works this way. I tried a different way last time. And we want the height. We'll try 5.5 inches. Wouldn't you know, it didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. I guess we'll move it up to the top this time. Do the normal way. Click OK. Now move it into position. As you'll notice, I'm covering most of these borders just in case, and I do have it hanging over a little on the back. If you want to shorten that, you can bring it down like this with no problem. But I would rather have a little extra overhang on the back than have it partially white on the front. Alright, let's select our Designer Series paper. I want Tea Time 2. Pattern 1, and I want to add it as a page layer. We will crop it. I guess I should have written down the dimensions I wanted since they're not what I normally do. I know we want it down there. We can always change it if we want. Let's see how closely I guessed. Fairly close, just a little bit more on the side. Alright, now in order to adjust it and center it, just use your arrows and move it how you want. Alright, now I'm going to copy and paste this, so I will do Control C, or if you're on an Apple, do whenever I say Control, use your little apple. And then I'll do Control V for paste. Move this over. Adjust it with my arrows. Okay, good. Now let's add some embellishments. We'll do the dahlias first. I like to have the little lines showing so I can get it right in the corner. I will do a copy and paste again, Control C, Control V. And I'll do all 8 corners. You can also just drag the dahlias over if you want, since we didn't resize them. But they don't show those little lines to help you line it up. That's why I like the Control V, is because then I get those little lines to help me. And it will always come from the item that you copied, not the last item you positioned. Alrighty, now let's change and get some ribbon. I want satin ribbon. I still wish we sold this because this was my favorite ribbon to tie bows with. Now we will just make it hang over the edges. You will also narrow it down a little so it just covers the gray part. See, there's the gray part. And then we will add us a knot. And we can move it up with our and drag over another one. And I do try to place it in the center, but you always have to reposition it. Okay, now let's go to our stamp. I use this as a thank you note 1 month for my customers who placed orders. I will change the color to Handsome Hunter. That's one nice thing about my digital studios. The colors do not retire. Move this over. Okay, our card is essentially done except for the drop shadows. Let's reposition this a little bit. I always like to do the drop shadows last. Since we have more than one stamped image, we will do all of them on this page. Actually, I just always do that anyway. Embellishments. I usually do around 75 and medium. Do on this page since we have multiples. Do OK. And then we will do our paper. Same here, drop shadow around 75%. Blur, medium. On this page since we have multiples. Do OK. We can remove the grid lines. You can see what it will look like when it comes out of your printer. You want to save it. So since they removed the little saving part thing, just do Control S and that will save your project. Now if you'll wait just a minute, I will go wake up my printer so we can print. Okay, here we go. We want 1 copy. We want everything just the way it is. And we only want to print. Actually, we'll just print page 2 since that's when you saw me do. And do you want to check the page setup? See, it has that there. I want to change mine to 0.25. Hit OK. I usually like to go to properties too, just to make sure. I usually do the general everyday printing, or for the fast economical printing. They usually come out good enough quality. Although for special things you'll want to do better quality. Alright, we will now click print. And then I will show you what it turned out like. Okay, our card is now printed, so we will start with the trimming. Hopefully I can do it with the way the legs on this are adjusted this time. Cut off 1/4 inch all the way around. We allowed for that. It's nice with this new trimmer because it's marked so nicely. Now you can look, and if you need to do extra, do extra. But I thought that by doing the whole thing and showing you how I cut, you would see just how easy it is to make your own printables. So you can have 2 nice cards with just a few minutes work. And if you want to be really fancy, you can add extras to make it a hybrid project. Okay, we will measure this. 10.5. So now to do the math. Half of 10 is 5, so 5 1/4. That does look about right. So here's our cards. Then all we have to do is fold them in half. Yes, the first few cards I did had white on the front, and I did forget to tell you how to do the little part on the back. So there's one card. And here's the other one. I just printed these on Whisper White cardstock. So, there you go. 2 cute cards in just a few minutes. Have a fun time making your own printables. Happy stamping! Bye!